families, animal lovers, and curious minds! Welcome back to Vera City, the place where family adventures come to life. Today we are diving deep, and I mean really deep, into one of the Northern California's most talked about attractions, the newly rebranded NorCal Aquarium and Wildlife in Folsom. But wait, didn't this place used to be SeaQuest? Yep, and let me tell you, the story behind this change is wild. So stick with us and let's explore the animals' hands-on fun and discover why things had to change. Alright guys, so we are at the NorCal Aquarium and Wildlife located at the Palladio in Folsom. And let's address the elephant in the room, or should we say the stingray in the tank? This building used to be a part of the SeaQuest chain, a nationwide group of interactive aquariums that made headlines, and not always the good kind headlines. So, some concerns about animal treatments and overcrowding. There were some alleged escape of animals and regulatory issues, lawsuits, protests in some city, local complaints in Folsom, which led to scrutiny. But here where the plot twist. SeaQuest shuts its door in early 2024, and out of those same doors walked NorCal Aquarium and Wildlife, run by a new local team with new mission to focus more on animal welfare, conservation, and education. Now, we are not here to throw the shade, just the facts. And what we are seeking today is a fresh start, and honestly, it looks they are already taking big steps forward. So let's explore everything, starting with those beautiful and amazing iguanas. The reptile section here is really cool. There are quite a few iguanas here, bearded dragons, and they are so cool and so active. We were lucky enough to see them interact with each other. And while you are exploring those beautiful reptiles, here are some fun facts for you about iguanas. They're great swimmers and can hold their breath up to 30 minutes underwater. Also, they got a third eye on top of their head called parietal eye. It doesn't see like a regular eye, but it senses light and helps detect predators from above. Also, they are herbivores, munching on leaves, flowers, and fruits, and all kind of plants. Some iguanas can drop their tail to escape dangers, and then they can regrow it later. Isn't it cool? Also, they are excellent climbers and can even climb the trees. They talk with their body language. They don't make sounds like cats or dogs, but use head bobs, develop movements, and tail flicks to communicate to each other. They live pretty long life, up to 20 years, and sometimes can live even longer in captivity with good care. They give me Jurassic vibes with their spiky backs, scaly skin, and slow motions. They really look like they just walked straight out of the dinosaur age. Also, some iguanas can get really big, like real big, over 6 feet long. Now, do you see this head shaking right now? Those two guys are talking to each other. It's their way of communication. And this is the way of communication too. Some iguana fight right here, which is so interactive to watch. They really love tropics, and when not in conservation, some of them can be found in Central and South America, and islands like Puerto Rico and Galapagos. They are adorable and looks like they are kept so well here, which is a huge change. Now, they don't allow any interactions with iguanas right now, and you cannot get inside there right now. There are also couple turtles spotted on the bottom. They were just climbing around and exploring the area. Now, before it used to be a SeaQuest, you could have walked inside and interact with iguana or turtle. Right now, they are off the list. And honestly, what we've noticed, things have changed for better with interactions. They are scheduling less interactions, which is less overwhelming for animals. Now, this area is called Amazon forest. There is also some fish which we will feed in a few minutes. This fish is huge! And some turtles right here as well. So cool. There are still some signs missing, and I would say NorCal Aquarium is still in the process of transition, because we noticed there are quite a few signs from SeaQuest. Still, some animals were missing their signs completely. Some signs had both aquariums, SeaQuest and NorCal, at the same time, so it looks like they put a new sign and forgot to remove the old sign. So some things are still being changed right now. And we are gonna feed black pacu fish right now, which is amazing. Did you guys know that black pacu are relatives of the piranhas? They are in fact related to them, but they are not fierce carnivores like piranhas. Instead, they're peaceful plant eaters. Total fake out. Also, they have human-like teeth, which looks really creepy. Yes, their squat flat teeth look surprisingly like human molars, perfect for crushing nuts and fruits. And in fact, they eat nuts and fruit. And in the wild, pacus live in Amazon River and often eat nuts, fruits, seeds that fall from trees into the water. Black pacu are true vegans of the river. Now, those are freshwater turtles, which are so cute, and they are living in the same tank with pacu. Wow, this fish is huge, so long and so big. Now, you can schedule an experience to feed Amazon fish ahead of time, or you can just walk in and ask the associate at the front if they have Amazon feeding available for specific day you are at there. And there is an assistant and she will help you feed Amazon fish, and it's quite an interactive, really interesting experience. The way they eat is fascinating, honestly. They make a big plopping sound. And be prepared to get wet, because this fish likes to splash. An interesting fact is that black pacus can grow up to 3 feet long and weigh over 60 pounds. That's like a fish size of a golden retriever puppy. Wow, that's a big fish. And they help plant trees. Pacus are seed dispersers. They poop seeds out and help regrow rainforest plants. It's like they're nature's gardeners. So cool. They also can live very long time, up to 20 to 25 years if they are well cared for. Also, we'd like to point out that with the change, we notice cleaner aquarium walls, which means healthy fish, and you could get a better look at this fish as well. And things have changed with fish feedings too. Right now, you cannot buy it for tokens anymore. You can just buy it at the front counter. They'll give you bags of fish food, and it will have different labels: green, red, both green and red, and seaweed for other fish too. So all aquariums have labels right now. Green labels, this is where you should put food from the pack which labeled green color. Red labeled aquariums, where you should feed fish with pack labeled red, and both red and green. Those aquariums will have two labels, red and green. Specifically, those who eat only seaweed will have seaweed label on it. Black pacos are very smart fish. They're known to recognize their owners, and they can even be trained to eat from your hand. Just don't stick your fingers in their mouths or don't attempt to feed them by yourself with your own hand. They have very strong bite. Even though they're gentle, their jaw power is no joke. They can crack nuts and crunch hard fruit really easily. Right now, we are just feeding them from the bag. They get in pellets of food, and in a few minutes, we will be feeding them with an assistant. Wow, this fish is beautiful. They breathe like champs. Pacos can survive in low oxygen water, making them adaptable to different environments in the wild. They don't belong in home aquariums. Many people buy them small, not realizing that they grow huge and need massive tanks or ponds. They are very, very big fish and can even jump out of the water. Now this beautiful tank right next to paco fish had no signs, so we were not aware what kind of fish it is, but it had a red and green label, so we were able to put some food there from that packet for this fish. So looks like they did not update the sign yet. They removed the old sign but did not put the new one yet. Fish is definitely beautiful. Aquarium is well taken care of. Now we noticed that they will practically sell the packets of food to anybody who will buy it at the front counter, so I don't know how typically they control the problem of overfeeding fish. How do they feed them and how do they regulate that fish will not be overfed? But for now, we know this fish was pretty hungry when we got there and we were able to feed and interact with most of it. Coming back to black pacos, they are illegal in some places, like California for instance, because of the size and invasive potential. So California banned out owning pacos, so if you have a big aquarium, you cannot own paco if you live in California. State restricts it. They make funny faces with their big lips, round eyes, and chompers. Black pacos are sometimes called the goofy grandpas of the aquarium world. That's such a funny fact. Alright, and right now our assistant is here and she will navigate us through the feeding process, how we will be feeding that big black paco fish. So she is explaining the precautions right now. We're gonna use those giant tweezers and we have some fish and we're gonna take some fish, put it on the tweezers, and that's how we're gonna feed black paco. Alright. And she brought some vegetables as well. We will show you what is on the menu for them in just a couple minutes. Right now we are taking small fish, putting it on the tweezer and doing like this, and you will hear a big clicking sound. Oh my goodness, that's a huge mouth, and she just swallowed that small fish. Wow, that's fascinating. And because this fish have big jaws and it has teeth, that's why when she is grabbing the food, she makes a big jumping sound. So right now our son Nikita will attempt to feed black paco. Alright. So this is how we are feeding black pacos right now. We are giving them small fish and they are eating it just fine. Now the controversial thing is that they still have few feedings during the day, so how they manage to keep the fish hungry? They have multiple feedings during the day. So this is how they eat fish. They make big sound and splash water all around it. So right now Nikita's gonna give them some fish. Oh, he's not reaching it, it fell out of the tongue. Let's try it again, bud. Alright, and there you are. Oh, that was lots of splash. So if you are planning on doing this experience, Amazon fish feeding, just prepare to get wet. And right now we're gonna feed them some vegetables. Let's see what's on the menu for black paco. Looks like they have some broccoli, some squash, and they love veggies. They have some lettuce, apples, and even sweet potatoes. Wow, they are big fruit and veggie lovers. What a healthy diet. So let's see how they are gonna deal with that. And to feed black paco with veggies, you just throw them a piece into the tank and they just swallow it with their big mouth, which is kind of fascinating to see too. So we see there is a sign which says sign is coming soon. They did not update the sign yet, but at least they took out the SeaQuest sign. Alright, Nikita wanted to see if they would let him feed black paco with small fish one more time. And let's see, they're putting fish on a tongue. And alright, buddy, let's haul the fish and make sure you don't drop it. Alright, then burp. That was a big splash of water. Again, that's how black paco eats. And she is feeding a couple more fish right now, and we are just kind of watching, and the feeding session is over. Fish is fed, and one last time. All right, hungry fish always wants to eat. All right, big splash, and that's it. Yes, that was a really cool experience, Amazon fish feeding. We didn't try that before when it was a SeaQuest, but they had similar experience in the past, so this is not new. And Amazon fish tank is located just when you come into the aquarium. You just start your journey and it's right on your left side. There's also a capybara, which is basically a huge hamster. It's one of the most beloved and name-worthy animals in the world right now. It's so cute and full of surprises. It's so cool. And it lives in the same area with those two little cuties. So, capybara is the world's largest rodent on Earth. It's a big, huge guinea pig. It can weigh up to 150 pounds. Wow! And they love water. Did you know that they're semi-aquatic? It means that they spend tons of time swimming, diving, and lounging in the water. And it makes me wonder if they have access to water here, which I did not notice. Also, capybaras have built-in snorkels. Their eyes, ears, and nose are on top of their head, which means that they can swim like little brown submarines. They're super chill, they're very calm and friendly. Here at NorCal Aquarium and Wildlife, they offer a capybara interaction, which includes feeding capybara and patting it gently on the back. But it looks like capybara was just recently fed, so they did not have this encounter for today. Also, they make really funny noises. They chirp, purr, and squeak, and even whistle to communicate with each other. And they make sounds really similar to guinea pigs. That's why they compare them with guinea pigs and say that capybaras are basically giant guinea pigs. They're very social. They live in groups of 10 to 20. Sometimes they form mega herds of 100 capybaras, but that's in the wild. Here at NorCal Aquarium, there's only one capybara. Also, they can sleep underwater. They can hold their breath up to 5 minutes and sometimes even sleep with their nose poking out of the water. There is no sign for capybara right now. It is in the process still. They're very fast. They can look slow, but they actually run up to 22 miles per hour, which is almost as fast as a rabbit. They're great moms. Capybara babies are born ready to go. They can walk, swim, and eat grass within hours of being born. They love spa days. They love warm bath and fruit snacks. Here they feed them with fruits and veggies exclusively. Also, there is a paradise parakeet. There are lots of birds here. It's like a closed room with glass doors, which has giant trees and lots of little birds and parakeets. They are super cute. There is a paradise parakeet experience which you can purchase additionally. It basically is you feeding the birds. You're gonna walk in a room, slowly sit on the bench. They're gonna give you a cup of food and the bird is gonna fly to you. You're gonna feed the bird and just gonna sit, relax, and enjoy. Those birds make wonderful noises. They're so colorful and so cute. It is so fun to watch them. There are quite a few birds here, and be careful, walk really slowly. So when you walk, you don't step on a birdie. They are truly beautiful. There is a perfect Instagram spot for a picture right on the boat, and lots of people stop by there to get their pictures taken with the kiddos. There are two sloths. There are two toed sloths, and this is Susie. We're gonna meet Susie in just a few minutes. There is a sloth interaction available for you for additional price, which basically includes you feeding Susie and patting her on the back. So this is what is Susie eating. Those are her snacks, and this is Susie Sloth, the slowest animal on earth. She is so cute, super adorable. So sloths are actually not lazy. They are energy savers. Two-toed sloth moves super slowly to conserve their energy. Their metabolism is so slow, they can take months to digest one leaf. And here comes the controversial part. They have quite a few feedings available. If sloth is not a big eater, does he really need that much food? Also, they sleep a lot. Two-toed sloth can sleep up to 15-20 hours a day. Rest of the time, they eating or just hanging out. They are super cute, and they love to eat squash. Yes, squash is on their menu today. They have 2 toes on their front feet and 3 on the back. That's what makes them two-toed. Their 2 sharp front claws help them climb, hang, and defend themselves. Also, they spend almost entire lives hanging upside down, eating, sleeping, even giving birth that way. They're super soft and super adorable. Susie is the biggest sweetheart. Also, they're surprisingly good swimmers. They can hold their breath for up to 40 minutes underwater and paddle with ease. Also, sloths have a big wet nose that looks like a dog's nose and helps them sniff out food in trees. Also, they have super strong grip. Their grip is so powerful that they can stay hanging even after they die. Yep, that's pretty spooky but true. And that's what on her menu today, some carrot leaves and her favorite squash. Hi Susie, you are the biggest cutie ever! She is just sitting and munching on her squash, and while she is eating, we can give her a gentle pat on the back. And after a few pats, the interaction will be over, so it is very gentle with a big respect to animals, and that's what we love. Also, we love the fact that assistants are really knowledgeable and they can provide you all the information about Sloth and specifically about Susie, what she likes, what her favorite food is, and what her behavior is like. Susie is trying some lettuce, but she is not into lettuce right now. And with this, our interaction is over. Bye, Susie. It was so nice to meet you. And we are going to the Fantasy Caves of New Zealand, exploring the aquarium further. So everything looks similar to when it was SeaQuest. There is nobody here at this exhibit. It is empty at the moment. Caves look pretty cool. Let's see who lives here. No signs, but we see some tiny fishes up here, a couple of them. There are a few fish right here. This one, zebra looking, is really cool. It lives in a bigger tank. There used to be lobsters here. There are none at the moment. And no signs were updated yet because they're still kind of in the process of transition from SeaQuest. Also, if you guys have tokens from SeaQuest, they will no longer accept them at NorCal Aquarium. They stopped accepting them on June 30th. It was the last day they accepted tokens in exchange for food bags. Right now they don't do tokens anymore. You'll just have to purchase separately bags of food. This fish is so cool, and the tank is pretty clean, pretty well taken care of. There are quite a few assistants throughout the exhibit, so we were able to talk to them to ask about the fish specifically, but I wish they could have updated the signs. So cool! Zebra looking fish. Also, the tanks which have no color marks, red or green, those fish you cannot feed. So you can only feed fish which has either red mark or green mark on it. This tank had no marks on it, so we did not feed this fish. Beautiful exhibit, clean aquarium, and beautiful fish just swimming and chilling here all by herself. There is an axolotl here. There are two of them. Oh, it opened its mouth. It is so wide. They are hiding under the rocks and they don't want to come out. They are not ready to get out of their hiding spots. We tried to swing by this exhibit a couple times and they were still in there. Alright, cuties. Maybe next time we'll get to interact with you. There is one teeny tiny white fish in this exhibit. Those exhibits are in closed tanks, so you may not feed them. There is a fish hiding in the back at this exhibit. Fish tanks are really clear, so you can see it really well. It is hiding way in the back. There are a few tanks up here marked with red, so you can add there some fish food with red colored bag. We attempted to feed the fish here, but fish was not hungry. They were just not into the food at the moment, so we'll try some other food. Maybe you guys are well fed. Well, we came in here in the afternoon, so perhaps fish was fed here before, and we see some fish food swimming on top of the water. There is blue frog in another exhibit, which is really rare. It's so cute. I love that blue color. Looks like a cosmic frog. Super cool. We spent nearly 2 minutes by this exhibit and frog did not even attempt to move. There is some fish in this exhibit. It is tropical fish. We see yellow tank and blue tank fish here as well. Oh, that's a zebra looking one. It looks so pretty. It is much bigger than the yellow tank, but it's so fun to watch. There are coral reefs and anemones around. So cool. Alright. Let's see, we did not see anyone in this exhibit. Also, there are some hermit crabs which we missed out on and some cleaner shrimps. We did not see those either. Perhaps they were hiding in the back somewhere. But this tropical fish is definitely beautiful. By the way, tropical fish are very popular to keep at home aquariums because they're very low maintenance. This guy is right here, really cool reptile. NorCal Aquarium and Wildlife are huge about their reptile. Hi sweet guy. It is a little gecko. There was no sign for it, but we guessed. And we asked the associate. That's the best way. If you don't know what the animal is, you can always talk to a friendly NorCal Aquarium and Wildlife associate and they will explain you about specific animal. And if you're curious to compare how it was before they transitioned to NorCal Aquarium when it was SeaQuest, you can watch one of our previous videos. Link will be down in the description of the video and I'll put it in the comments for you guys as well. There is a snake right here and we were lucky enough to catch it moving. You can rarely see this snake moving. We were here at the SeaQuest quite a few times and we never saw it moving before like it is right now. There is some steam coming out from top of the exhibit and the snake is very active at the moment. It is so cool, so hypnotizing. Wow. and this is a very long snake too. We noted there are some scales laying around, so she just shed. That is a very beautiful snake, and we asked associate. He said that this is a female. There's also a male one in the exhibit right next to it. Wow. It smells food, perhaps. And our Nikita really liked this exhibit, and he wanted to remind you guys that in one of our previous videos he was able to interact with one of the snakes at the SeaQuest aquarium here at the Folsom Paladio. So check out our previous video from SeaQuest and you'll be able to see our snake interaction. This is a male snake, a big python. Looks so cool, but python was sleeping. Here we are at the big tank to feed some fish. We got some fish pellets, and this fish is super hungry. There are giant sea bass and catfish. They're very big, the mouth is wide open. You can put here red labeled food. So we got some pellets, and we are feeding this beautiful fish at the moment. The fish tank is really clear, the water is clean, and you can see fish really well. Wow, this fish has a giant mouth and no teeth at all. So cool, and it is so big. Now there were no signs for this fish either, and we noticed couple signs were still saying SeaQuest, which means that they did not fully transition yet. Everybody had lots of fun feeding this giant fish, which almost came out and jumped out of the water for food. This fish is super hungry. The aquarium is very wide and very big, but be careful, there is a sign, do not put your hands inside. I don't recall, but when it was SeaQuest, there were a bunch of kiddos who were putting their hands inside of the aquarium, which was not healthy for fish. And right now there is a big sign saying not to put their hands inside, keep their hands above the water. Giant wide mouth and very long whiskers. This fish is the coolest one I've ever seen. very cool, very interactive experience. The fish was just swimming to us once it saw the food, and we were able to feed most of the fish. Wow, and feels like this buddy was even asking for more food. Super cool, super interactive. Let's head out further to see some really cool reptiles. This area is themed to Egypt. It's called Egyptian Desert. This is where we can see small iguanas, dragons. Wow, look at this guy right here. And there are some snakes too. There is a white corn snake. And Nikita interacted with the snake last time we were here when it was SeaQuest. It is hiding right now, but it is super cool, I promise you. It's very soft to touch, and her name is Cupcake. This is Cupcake right there. Come on, Cupcake, don't you want to wake up for us? And here she is. Cupcake woke up, and Cupcake is on the move. Let's see where she is moving to. There she is. This is Cupcake. She is super sweet, super chill, and she loves human hair. Last time we were here and Nikita interacted with Cupcake, she literally was tangled in Associate's hair. He had a long hair and she got tangled in it, and it took him a while before he untangled Cupcake to get him to interact with Nikita. It was kinda a little scary for a moment, but that's what Snake likes to do. Cupcake likes to eat mice. It's her favorite snack and food. Corn snakes, absolutely harmless. They are not venomous and they're super gentle. They're often called puppies of the snake world because they're very easy to handle. Also, they are the most popular pet snakes because they're very calm and very easy to care for. And they don't generally get big. And they do not eat corn. The name came from their checkered pattern on their bellies that looks like little kernels of corn or corn maze. There's also a giant tortoise in this exhibit, and turtle is slowly eating. It was munching on some leaves, and it is very slow and very chill. There is just one tortoise in the exhibit. There used to be two more. Right now we see just one here. It is so cool and so relaxed, and you can interact with these turtles if you ask. There is an additional cost to that experience as well. And we are waiting right now to interact with wallabies. It's the coolest interaction ever. Wallabies are mini kangaroos, the smaller relatives of kangaroos, usually standing around 2 to 3 feet tall. So interaction is just petting a wallaby. The associate right now is trying to grab wallaby's attention by giving her some snacks and trying to get her come out of her little house. This is where she spends most of her time. The girls are sitting on the bench and waiting for the wallaby to come out. There are 2 of them there. All the interactions are at animal's will only. If animal wishes to come out, then interaction will happen. If for some reason animal doesn't feel like interacting with humans, then they will have to reschedule this specific interaction. Looks like our wallaby was a little stubborn, but it is coming outside for some snacks and some snuggles. Yes, oh, the cutest kangaroo ever. Wallabies have huge hopping power. They don't walk like we do. They hop using strong back legs and long tail for balance. It's like the nature gave them built-in pogo sticks. They're super chill and super cute. They love to eat leaves, grass, fruits, and bark. They have a multi-chambered stomach like cows to help them digest all that fiber. So we were happy to pet the wallaby. It is very soft on touch and it is so chill, so cute. Wallabies are very noisy neighbors. They communicate with growls, clicks, hisses, and even sneezes. Baby wallabies also make little squeaks when they want mom's attention. We did not notice any wallaby communication here. They were very quiet. They were super calm and super chill and super cute, super soft, just like big bunnies. Our little one was scared a little bit of the wallaby, but then she enjoyed it. She said it was super soft. Yes. Wallaby interaction is available to anybody, but you need to schedule it in advance. And there's also an additional cost to it. And also what we really love that the associate who cares for the wallaby is very knowledgeable, and she was able to answer all our questions we had about those animals. And it feels like our wallaby is hopping away and the interaction is over. Thank you for interacting with us. We had fun petting you. We'll see ya later. That's so cute. Alright, let's see beautiful chickens. They have very beautiful chickens up here. This one is the black one. Wow! It is super active. Looks so cool. There are quite a few chickens right next to the wallabies, and there is also a rabbit there as well. There is a big brown rabbit. further, there is another exhibit with koi fish. And you can get a bag of food and feed koi right here. There are lots of them. They're super colorful. Did you know koi fish have no teeth? Not at all. Not a single one. They are just little vacuums and they want your snacks. They will practically eat anything. They're snack machines. And if you look at them, it feels like they are always hungry because they always have their wide mouth open. They come in all colors. They can be red, orange, yellow, black, or even shimmering white and blue. Also, they live over 50 years. With proper care, koi can live for 30 to 50 years, and some of them have lived even over 200 years. The oldest known koi named Hanako, and it lived to 226 years old. They recognize their owners. They're super smart and can recognize people when they come to feed them. Some even like being petted. They have no teeth, as we mentioned earlier, but they just suck those pellets, fruit, and even lettuce. Also, koi symbolize good luck. In Japan, koi symbolize stress, luck, success, and perseverance, and often seen in tattoos and art presenting bravery and good fortune. Koi fish love warm and clean water. They thrive in clean, oxygen-rich ponds. They enjoy swimming in warm water around 65 to 75 Fahrenheit, and it's their happy zone. They are super social and they love to be with other koi and they love people, and we see that they really love girls at the moment and they love their snacks. They usually swim together in groups and even interact with other fish at the pond. Each koi has a unique pattern. It's like a human fingerprint, making each koi totally unique. They can survive cold winters in outdoors. They survive winter by going dormant at the bottom where water is warmer, as long as it doesn't freeze solid. Koi can even jump out of the water for their favorite snacks. So cute and absolutely adorable. Also, fun fact is that koi can learn tricks. With regular interaction, koi can be trained to jump for food, swim through hoops, or even come when called. Yes, that is actually true. You can train a fish. And also, koi fish are true color-changing chameleons. They can fade or shift their color based on diet, water quality, or even sun exposure or age. A koi raised in murky water may lose its brightness. Also, they kiss the surface. When koi rise to the top of the pond, it seems that koi is kissing the air, and they are actually gulping food, air, or even insects, or begging for snacks. For me, it always looks like koi fish is begging for snacks. They are super cute and you can easily mix them with goldfish, but they are not goldfish, they are cousins. Koi and goldfish both descended from wild carp, but koi may get bigger, have barbs on their lips, and they tend to live much longer than goldfish. There is also another interaction which is worth mentioning. it is interaction with otters. NorCal Aquarium and Wildlife have 3 beautiful otters. They are Asian small-clawed otters, and they are the cutest and the most playful and surprisingly small animals there. They're tiny, talkative, and they are full of personality. There is 1 female and 2 males. And we watch them play under the water right now so well. They love playing here. They have plenty of space here at the NorCal Aquarium, and they are super cute. Our little one, Pavel, is gonna feed the otters right now. He is getting a cup of food and he's just gonna throw the food right there in the hole for the otter. They are super smart and they're grabbing food with their 2 hands, which look a lot like human hands. They're super smart. They are known to be clever problem solvers. They can even open jars, unlock latches, and even learn their names in their captivity. And they use their paws like hands, which we also noticed. Unlike most otters, those tiny Asian otters use tiny partially webbed paws to feel around and pick up food. They look like little mini raccoons. Also, they talk constantly. Small otters are extremely vocal. They use squeaks, chirps, whistles, and growls to communicate to each other. Some of them have even dozens of calls. It is so cute to see them grabbing the food. They are just adorable. Also, did you guys know they hold hands when they sleep? Otters have been seen holding paws when resting to keep them drifting apart when they are in the water. That is a pure cuteness. They are expert fishers. Also, they are small, but they are very quick and agile in water. They eat fish, crabs, mollusks, frogs, and other small aquatic creatures. Those otters are native to Asia. They are found in Southeast Asia, especially in wetlands, mangroves, and rice paddies across countries like India, Indonesia, and Philippines. Our Pavel had such a good time feeding little otters. This attraction is available to anyone. You can pre-purchase it at the counter. Now the times vary and it is not available all the time and every day, so you might want to check ahead for this specific attraction. Now meet the porcupine. There is also a special interaction with the porcupine. You cannot pet porcupine, but you can feed him. Porcupines are one of nature's most misunderstood, spiky, and surprisingly adorable animals. From their quirky defenses to their climbing skills, there's a lot more to them than just sharp quills. Porcupines can be covered with up to 30,000 of quills, and it's covering its back, sides, and tail, but not all over. Their belly is actually pretty soft. Right now we see Nikita is feeding the porcupine. Porcupines here are being fed with vegetables. They love carrots, squash, and corn is actually their favorite, so they are saving corn for their last. They're using long tongues to feed the porcupines. And when the cleaner is coming to take care of the porcupine and clean his personal space, they wear a special protective suit so they won't get quills in their body. But This specific porcupine is actually very friendly and he knows his favorite people, and they are actually quite friendly with the people who take care of them. Alright, right now the porcupine is getting the squash. Looks like it fell out of the tank, but Buddy was able to find it just right. Oh, he is so cute. Look at his quills. He's adorable, and that's what's on the menu for the porcupine. There is some apple, carrot, bell pepper, and corn. His favorite snack. Fun fact is that porcupines have sweet tooth. In captivity and sometimes in the wild, porcupines have been known to sneak snacks like apples, bananas, or sweet corn, and that is specifically why they are feeding him sweet corn. It is his favorite snack. Baby porcupines are called porcupines. They're born with soft quills that harden within hours. Porcupines are super cute and they usually stay with mom for quite a few months. No two porcupines look alike. There are about 30 species of porcupines and they vary in size, quill style, and habitat. Some even have prehensile tail for climbing. Porcupines often poke themselves, but their bodies produce natural antibiotics to fight the infection. Also, they have orange teeth. Like beavers, porcupines have very strong front teeth that are bright orange color due to iron in their enamel, which is perfect for gnawing. They are surprisingly shy animals. Despite their scary look, porcupines are very gentle and shy, and they prefer to avoid conflict by waddling away or making warning sounds. Their quills are so sharp that they can even kill a lion with their quills. Some of them live in deserts. Many porcupines love forests, but some species, like crested porcupines, can survive in dry, rocky areas across Asia and Africa. Also, their quills regrow. If a porcupine loses quill in a fight or accident, new ones will grow back over time, just like hair or fur. Super cute! And right now, our porcupine got his favorite snack, corn. That is super cute. He is munching on a corn right now. By the way, this porcupine is a male. Super cute and super friendly. Now, this attraction is always available to anybody but at specific times, so always check with front reception or check this attraction online. It is also available to book online. Super cute and absolutely adorable. Now, this attraction is not new. When it was to be a SeaQuest here, they also had a porcupine attraction. Now we were able to give porcupine a few snacks, and right now our encounter is coming to the end. Nikita was a bit upset that we were not able to pet the porcupine and feel his quills, but it is quite dangerous. So cute, so adorable. Oh. Alright Alright, bye sweet fella, we'll see you definitely later. That was the cutest and the most unexpected animal encounter ever. Also, you can purchase some bags of seaweed so you could feed some fish here at this aquarium. It is themed to a shipwreck. There are lots of fish there. The signs were missing, so we were not able to catch the names of some of the fish, but the tank looks pretty clean and the fish is very active. Kiddos had real fun with this experience. Feeding the fish, it feels like was their favorite. There are also some green bags of food which you also can pre-purchase and you can throw some food there. The fish will gladly eat it. From the other side of this fish tank, there is a banquet room. You can reserve that room for birthdays and celebrations. We spotted some tropical fish there. Yellow tank, blue tank fish. Wow, those are some beautiful ones right there. There's even an orange fish. Wow, that red yellow tank fish is so cute. There's also some lionfish in the exhibit, but we were not able to spot lionfish. Right now, we only saw some tropical fish. They are so beautiful. And of course, you can always find a very knowledgeable fish expert right here who will tell you everything about this fish. And that's what we liked about the NorCal Aquarium, that it's really trying to stand out by education and animal care. They will tell you absolutely everything about every single fish that is in this aquarium. There is a puffer fish right here, which is the cutest. Oh my goodness, just look at that. Also, this aquarium right now works with local wildlife groups. They have improved enclosures and they even offer field trips and homeschool programs. Our kiddos were here on the field trip with their school and they loved it. They noted there was a lot of educational inside. So they did not just went through the aquarium, looked at the fish, they were actually able to learn a lot about the fish. Now, meet the creepiest fish ever, the boy eel. It is so creepy, and if you look at it, it will seem like it's always gasping for air. They are very long and it may seem that they are snakes. But they are not related to snakes at all. They are fish with long muscular bodies and hidden fins. This body is so creepy. And this constant mouth gasping doesn't mean that they are angry. They are just breathing in by pumping water through their gills. Just one of their features. They can come in many colors. They can be green like this guy, yellow, brown, blue, and even some spotted and zebra striped. Some of them even glow under the light. So cool. Also, eels don't have scales. They have thick, slimy skin instead of scale. The mucus helps protect them from infection and lets them sleep through tight spaces. So cool and mysterious fish. Now, there is a next exhibit with blue tankfish and a clownfish, which reminded kiddos about the cartoon Finding Nemo. So fun, and again we wanted to point out that aquarium tank was really clean. Now we are moving on to the touch pool. There's the shark right there, and touch pool is not a touch pool at the moment. You can look at the fish, but there is a sign which says keep your hands above the water. Here are some ray fish right here. We noticed a couple sharks and sea stars inside. There are quite a few sea stars, little sharks, and the food is just floating in the water, so fish is not hungry right now. This is a sea star right here. There is another one that's so beautiful. Rays were pretty active, but no fish was hungry. They were just swimming there peacefully. So cute, absolutely adorable. Also, you can get some fishy kisses right there. This is a place for real food sport. You can put your hands in a fish tank with teeny tiny fishes, and they will do their magic to make your feet feel beautiful. We notice a couple beautiful parrots right here. This is a green parrot, Ranger. Hi Ranger, you are super cute. He is so bright. Look at its beak. Oh, he is itching right now. So cute, and cleaning his feathers. Super cute and definitely very well taken care of. Now, parrot attraction is also available ahead of time. Well, it's worth mentioning that most of the attractions are available, but you have to reserve them ahead of time or check with the front office. They may or may not be available when you are there. Also, we'd love to find out that many animals have new updated sign that now says where they came from, what they eat, and how you can help to protect this species. Now meet a toucan. Look at its beak. Seems like it is the most colorful bird on earth. It is absolutely adorable and has its personality. There are two of them right here, and you can feed them. They love blueberries. And we fed them before when this used to be a SeaQuest, and we highly suggest you watch our previous video from the SeaQuest aquarium, and we will show you there how we fed toucan. This beautiful parrot is also right next to the toucan and green parrot. Absolutely adorable. Hi buddy. This is a female, very sweet girl, full of personality, and she is so vocal. This is an old exposition of megalodon shark teeth, the oldest shark and the most dangerous shark on earth. This is a perfect place for you to get your picture taken, or to get even a family picture. Kids love to be in the shark mouth. And speaking about sharks, there are lots of sharks here in this tank. They're very small sharks. There's even a shark tunnel. There are sharks and rays here in this tank. and you can also feed them too. Snorkel with sharks is also available upon request. Wow, there are quite a few rays right here and some sharks on the bottom. Of course, no trip is complete without feeding the sharks. So we are gonna feed the sharks right now and rays. We're gonna explore them for a little bit. This fish tank is a bit blurry, but we were still able to get some clean shots of the fish so you could see it better. Wow, so cute. Alright, kiddos are feeding sharks and rays right now. There's also shark expert here and you can ask him any questions about sharks and they'll tell you everything they know. And this is where we see that new owners are really flipping the script and going all in, being ethical, transparent, and very educational. So cool. Very cute sharks and very cute rays. Also, there is a gift shop and the cafe available here. You can purchase plush stingrays and even sharks, reptile keychain, and different kind of animal adoption kits. Little Snack Cafe sells ice cream and drinks to refill before the next round. You can tour it multiple times when you are there. You pay just one entrance fee and it's good for your entire visit. So we asked some local families what they thought and here's what they said. Some of them said it's way better than last year, the animals look happier. Another one said that their favorite part was Stingray pool and the Wallabies. They're saying that it's much cleaner and well organized. Staff is super friendly right now. Looks like NorCal Aquarium and Wildlife is really winning hearts of the families. So here's the final verdict. The pros: unique hands-on animal encounters, improved animal care and cleanliness, affordable family fun in Folsom. Considerations: still improving after transitions and it make it busy on weekends. Well, we will definitely be back and we'll be watching how this place grows because when an old chapter ends, a new one begins and NorCal Aquarium is riding theirs with compassion and care. Thanks for coming along on this wild ride with us, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you love animals and awesome adventure. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye.